Hi, seniors class of 2021. You have made it. You are here. Things are a little different, but I do want to go over some things that I usually do by going to your English classrooms and talking to you about senior stuff. Well, obviously we can't do that, so I'm making this video, and hopefully that will get you on the right track and get you started. I'll tell you that everything that I'm going to talk about, all the items that I'm going to discuss will be placed in the front lobby of OHS, so you can pick one up. And then, of course, you can always email me with questions, give me a call. But I do just want to go over different things, and then hopefully get you set on your way into where you're not too nervous and you're ready to go for your senior year. So already I've had students come to me saying, hey, I've applied to such and such school. What do I need to do now? Or how do I apply? Or I'm on free and reduced lunch. So that's good. Some of you are already thinking about what schools you want to go to. Some of you have already started to apply. The majority haven't, so don't even worry about that. But I want to start out talking about this book, Getting In. Okay, this is put out by Kia every year, and I use it almost daily in my job. Okay, it is going to be very, very helpful for you. And so that's why I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. And I was like, well, I could wait until you come back to school, but I think that's a little too late. So I'm going to put this in the front foyer. Okay, it's going to have some papers stuck inside it like this. And I encourage you to come by and pick one up. Okay, it's called Getting In. The first part of the book is general information. It tells you, let's start here. It tells you about college planning, chapter 1, about the difference in how much money you'll make if you have a college degree, a technical degree, or if you have a high school degree. All of that is in here, but it gets even better, okay? It talks about being an athlete in college. That's on pages 8 and 9 if you're interested in being a college athlete. It talks about your transcript. We're going to talk about that in detail. The best part of this section of the book, the front part of the book, talks about how to pay for college. You're going to want to know that. Your parents are going to want to know that. That starts on page 16. It talks about the different types of financial aid. It talks about a grant, scholarship, work study, waivers, military benefits, all of that. Also, if you have been in foster care in the state of Kentucky, you qualify for a tuition waiver to public universities in the state of Kentucky, and so you'll want to look that up and know exactly what you need to do to qualify for that. It talks about the FAFSA. That starts on page 22 of this book, and you will want to know all about the FAFSA, and you will want to file the FAFSA, and I'll get into more detail on that in just a little bit. There is some information about scholarships in here, about KEYS money, and make sure that you are eligible and you do what you're supposed to do for that. I want to switch to the part of the book that I think is most useful. In the very back of the book, there are, these are glossy pages, the front part of the book that I was just talking about. But there are more like newspaper type pages in the back, okay? And these list all of the schools in the state of Kentucky. And the thing about it is, let's go to one, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go to, here's Murray, okay? So in this book, page 87, for Murray State University, it gives you an overview of the college, tells you how many students there are, shows you a map in the location, tells you admissions, all the contact information for admissions, the email address to set up a campus tour, tells you the ACT and GPA requirements, application deadlines, tells you all of their majors. You do not want to go to the school if it does not offer your major. Keep that in mind. You do not want to go if it does not offer your major. So if you're looking for something and it does not have your major, that is going to be a school that you're going to say, no, I don't need to go there. It also has all the financial aid information. It will tell you how much tuition is, room and board is, and your total. So you'll have an idea of what it's going to cost to go there per year. And it varies greatly from $19,000 about at Western to some of these schools that are $45,000, $50,000 a year that are private schools. So it's very important that you know this information going into it. So what I would do is I would go through this book and start just looking at these different schools. I mean, it has, like I said, Murray, UK, U of L. It has, like Henderson Community College is in here, Georgetown College, Eastern, but all of the Kentucky schools are in here. So you just need to go through and start thinking, hey, what school am I interested in? Does this one suit my needs? Oh, there's too many people. I don't want to go to a school that has, more than 15,000 people. Or, ooh, this one's too small. It only has 160 students at Clear Creek Baptist Bible College. So you need to look at that. You need to look at the tuition. Hey, is this something that I can afford? Am I going to get some scholarships? That is all very important. Once you have, I'd say at least 3 or 4 colleges that you're interested in, you do need to go ahead and apply. It is no longer done on paper and pencil and that we mail in and all that. It's all online. So make sure you go to that school's website and it'll say something like apply now or get started, something like that. And you will go through and fill out that application. It's going to ask for some information and you're going to have to know it. You're going to have to know like your GPA, maybe class rank. You're going to have to talk about things that you've been involved in. So you do want to make sure that you have that information with you. You will need to submit a transcript, okay? I'm going to talk to you about how to do that in just a minute, but every school is going to want a transcript. It will not work for you to email your transcript yourself, okay? Before you fill out that finish filling out that application, you may have to pay an application fee. Pretty standard at most colleges. There are a few that don't have it. If you are on free and reduced lunch, you get 3 free fee waivers and you have to contact me. There's a specific form that has to be filled out and we'll get that taken care of. So just email me when you're ready for those. Don't do it in advance because if you lose it, you don't get other ones or anything like that. Okay, so just make sure when you're to that point that you let me know, okay? So you're going to have to send your transcript, like I was saying. I want to make sure I don't go out of order here. Oh, wait, let me back up for just a second. Some of you have already started filling out college applications, and that's wonderful. I'm glad. You're not behind if you haven't, though. But if you are going to schools or thinking about schools out of state or like UK in center, you can do something that's called the Common Application. It is more difficult. I'm just going to tell you right now, it is a little bit more difficult. So if you're planning to just apply to UK, do UK's own application. Don't do the Common App. But for those of you that think you might be going out of state or looking at Ivy League school, something like that, that's when you'd want to do the Common App, okay? Okay, so back to transcripts. The state of Kentucky adopted a system to use for electronic transcript transfers, and that is called Parchment. You will need to go to parchment.com, create an account, use a private email because as soon as you graduate from high school, your school email disappears and then you're going to find that, oh no, I need a final transcript, and you're not going to be able to access it because you don't have access to that email. So just use your own personal email, okay? So you want to go to Parchment. You'll create an account and do everything that it says. I do have a direction sheet, and this will be put in this book, again, that I will have in the front foyer to help you along, but it is really pretty self-explanatory. When it says to go to your high school, for some reason, if you type in Owensboro High, it will not show up. It's misspelled or something, and I've told them over and over and over again. So just type in Owensboro, and then a list of the high schools in Owensboro will show up, and click on Owensboro High School. I've tried. I don't know what to tell you on that one. But so once you've applied to the schools, then you're going to log into your Parchment account and you're going to select schools that you want me to release your transcript to. So like if you're going to apply to Western and UK and Murray, you will go in and you will select those schools. Then that comes to me, and then I release your transcript to those schools so then they can upload it. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, some schools, Moorhead is one of those, use a different system, and it's called Send EDU. It's basically the same thing. It goes through Moorhead's system. I check Send EDU every day, just like I do Parchment as well. So it's not a big deal, but our state recognizes Parchment, and that's just a preference. So when you need your transcript, you go to Parchment, parchment.com. Again, directions will be in your book that you can pick up in the front foyer of the high school, okay? Next, I want to talk to you briefly about scholarships, because I know so many people are anxious and they want to know about scholarships. I don't blame you. How are you going to pay for school next year? It can be quite expensive. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I send out emails every single Friday, and they're just called senior preview emails, and it will give you a preview of what is happening the next week. Okay, so I'll have it all laid out, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it tells you what's due on those days, that sort of thing. In the preview email, I also have it divided up into sections. So it will tell you things like admissions deadlines, scholarship deadlines, general scholarships, general information, and I have it set up the same way each and every week, okay? So you will have that email. I will also send that to your parents through Infinite Campus. And then this year I've created a Google Classroom, and I will attach these to the Google Classroom as well, okay? But it's so important that you check these. This is how you will find out about scholarships. This is how you'll find out about scholarship deadlines. All of that information will be communicated that way. If you have a question about a specific one, of course you can email, you can call me. But this is just to get the information out to the general senior population so that you all have it. You will hear me referencing racks outside my office. These are like hanging racks, and I will actually put paper copies of scholarships and things in that. I know we're not in the building right now, but I'm hoping that we're going to get back when this really jump starts, because most scholarships, like in the local area and that sort of thing, they don't start until after Christmas break, okay? I will tell you that there is a wonderful, wonderful program, and it's called Raise Me, and it is micro scholarships. So you can go to Raise Me, create an account, look and see if any of the schools that you're interested in are a part of Raise Me, and you select on those schools. UK is, which is huge because sometimes it's hard to get money from them. But you have UK, like Campbellsville, I know is, Lindsey Wilson, Georgetown. There's quite a few schools that are involved in the Raise Me micro scholarships. And basically what you do is you enter information from your freshman year, like your GPA, what sports you've been involved in, any extracurriculars, are you involved in the arts, do you have a job, and you get micro scholarships. So you might get $100 for doing this, $200 for doing that. Maybe you got an A in an honors course, so they're going to give you an added bonus of $100. Your GPA gets you a bonus, your ACT gets you a bonus. But the most important thing about this is those all have to be done and claimed by October 1st. So if you're interested in micro scholarships, you need to get on there and do that now. And again, it's Raise Me. Okay? So just Google Raise Me scholarships. It'll take you right there. Another website that I really, really like is fastweb.com. This is a website where you put in all your information. You create an account, put in all your information. You know, I'm 5'2", I have blonde hair, I wear glasses, these are my grades, this is what I'm interested in. And they do all the hard work for you. They compile all that information, and then anytime there's a scholarship that you qualify to apply for, they send you an email. They send you an email and saying, hey, here's a scholarship that you qualify for, and then you have to apply. You have to apply to those, okay? I know you're thinking, it was just $500, or that one was just, $250. They add up, and you're going to want those, okay? So just make sure that you're applying for those things that you can. Make sure also that you go to kia.com. They have scholarships on their website as well, and you just search that, and the ones that you qualify for, you apply for. I know it's hard work. It takes time, and it takes planning, because you have to meet all those deadlines, and you have to do, a paragraph on this one, and then a different paragraph on this one. But there are scholarships out there. You just have to take advantage of it and make sure that you're working and getting there so that you can get that scholarship money. I do want to let you know that the larger amount of scholarships come from the actual schools themselves. They come from Western. They come from, Georgetown. And so what I did is I created this sheet right here, okay? And this has, it's on this side, sorry. Just kidding. It's on this side of the blue sheet, okay? And it says college, university, scholarship deadlines. This is the general deadlines, and it has that on there for you so that you can see. On this side of the blue sheet, which is another thing that I think is really pretty cool, I put together the Kentucky College and University application deadline. So you have it all right here on one sheet. Oh, hey, when is the deadline for Bellarmine? Oh, well, you come here, it's in alphabetical order, and you can see that it's rolling. So that means they don't have a solid deadline. You can pretty much apply up to the last minute. Oh, well, what about UK? Oh, UK, that deadline is February 15th. That's right after Christmas break, and it kind of sneaks up on you. So make sure that you're paying attention to this. So on this side, it's the application deadlines. On this side, it's the Kentucky scholarship deadlines. It's really important that once you apply to those schools and you get in, you're accepted, and they say, hey, go to like Top Dollar. That's for Western. They encourage you to go there and apply for their general scholarship application. It's through Top Dollar. You have to do that because that's what will get you some of their standard scholarships. For them is a minimum, GPA and ACT score, and you automatically qualify for $2,500. Who doesn't want that? So of course, make sure that you're following what the schools have. Okay. So that's very, very important. I have this here to help you. Remember, I've already put parchment in. You have this in. So you're on a roll now. A lot of people think, okay, so that's one way to get money is through scholarships. You can also get it through FAFSA, and that is federal funding that goes to those students who qualify. It is based on your parents' income from the previous year. Okay? Pretty much everyone has to fill out the FAFSA though. If you think, oh, I've never qualified for anything free or reduced, my parents make too much money, okay, that's fine. But you still need to file the FAFSA because whatever school you're going to will not give you a financial aid package until they know that information. And the only way for them to know that is through you filing the FAFSA. Some people don't want to file the FAFSA because of that. They know that they're not going to qualify, but your schools don't know that. So the schools have to have some way to know, okay? The vast majority of you are going to want to file the FAFSA. The FAFSA opens October 1st, and like I said, it's based on your parents' income. You will get what's called an EFC, an estimated family contribution. It ranges anywhere from 0 to, 100,000. 0 means that your family cannot contribute anything. If you have an EFC of like, $200, that means your family can contribute $200 to your education, and that's it. So you're gonna get some federal money. Last year it was $6,195. You got some state money as well, and that was another $2,900, I believe. And if you go to a private school and you qualify for FAFSA, you also got what's known as a cap for, or KTG for going to a private school. Okay, and that was about another $2,000. So you're thinking, ooh, I want this money. You should want it. You should want this money. But you do have to go through some steps. The first thing you have to do is you have to create an FSA ID. You have to create one, and one of your parents has to create one. The parent that, if you have like a divorce situation or something, you have to go with the parent that claims you, okay? the one that has you the most. So like if it's 50-50, who claims you on their taxes, that sort of thing. I have put in here an FSA ID information sheet. I have put in here FSA ID instructions, okay? And there are a few little help things on the back if you get stuck. But you do need to do this, and your parent needs to do this. I have put in here an FSA ID creation template. This will help you keep all your information. Sometimes some people just want to take a picture of it on their screen, and that is fine. If you need a hard copy, you want to store it somewhere, you may do that as well, okay? And then I have put in here the actual FAFSA completion guide, okay? It does not open until October 1st. Do not get fooled and go to one that says 2020 to 2021. That is the year that we are in, so that would be like last year's seniors, those that are freshmen in school now, okay? So it has to be, because you're going to be in school next year, 2021 through 2022. So don't be fooled and go to last year's and fill out all this information and it not work, okay? Another thing is, you have to have tax information from last year. If your parents did not work or, were on disability and stuff like that, I will let you know about it, about what to do. You can contact me and we will get you set up, because there are tricky situations and there's a way to deal with them. This cannot be done until October 1st. There are some fake websites that are out there that will try and get you, and they'll ask you to pay to file. And no. It's free. Free. Okay? So, make sure that you go to the correct website. It's on here, all the information you need. We do have a person from Kia that comes down in October and will work with students. I don't know how that's going to go just yet, but I will put all that information out as soon as I have it, to give you some resources for some help on the FAFSA. And then the last thing, a couple things. Usually Jostens comes in October to talk about cap and gown. We're waiting to see if we come back, and if we do, we will still have the same event where you meet with the Jostens rep, they go over everything, and you will order your cap and gown. So that's on hold for right now, and again, I will keep you updated. I will put all of this in the emails. Like I said, the Google Classroom, all of that will be included, okay? And then I did want to let you know that it is, or remind you that it's going to be very, very important that you read my email. Please read my preview emails that I send out every Friday. Go to the Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, underneath the coursework, you can go to Class Drive folder. And I have already put on there some important documents. I put on there the parchment sheet. So if you can't get to school just right away and you need to get started on parchment, that is on the Google Drive, Google Classroom under the Class Drive folder. The deadlines, okay, that is there. I have also printed out a detailed sheet of school, college, university deadlines for scholarships. It is very detailed. I put that in the Google Drive folder as well. I will put it up on the preview for the weeks as well, but it's in the Google Classroom, what is that called? The Class Drive folder. Okay, so make sure that you go there and it has everything. I will tell you the first one is not due to December 1st. So I'm hoping that you'll be back in the building and I can go over this stuff with you again. I have a feeling that if for some reason we're not back, I will continue to make videos and answer some questions. But right now, the most important thing that you can be doing is joining your Google Classrooms, going to your classes, doing your work, contacting me if you are feeling anxious or you're depressed, anything like that. Come to me and we can work on that. And then start looking at schools that you want to go to. Use this book, research the schools in the back, come up with maybe 3 or 4 schools that you're interested in, and start applying to them. And then from there, you can request your transcripts on parchment. If you get an email back saying congratulations, and you know, like Western says, hey, go ahead and fill out the top dollar scholarship application. Make sure you go ahead and do that. Get some of those things crossed off your checklist. Anytime you have questions, I'm definitely here for you. So again, it is imperative to check your email every Friday from me. Please, 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 please. Go to the Google Classroom. I'm going to send out a link to get you to join on that. And then stop by and get this book in the front foyer. And it will have all these papers in it. Okay? And if you have questions, just let me know. Email me. And that's usually the best because I check it all hours of the day practically. Email me or you can call me, and then I'll keep you updated. I promise I will, but you have got to follow my emails and follow that Google Classroom. All right? Thank you. Have a good day.